Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? I say good morning because the time has just ticked over 1:51 in the morning. I've got Warren Gatland on my screen. And then for some reason the Blues and the Chiefs. I guess because he coached in Super Rugby. Gatland recently. I assumed it was Lions Gatland, but it was Chiefs Gatland. How's everybody doing? Paddy, I've got my coffee. I was torn because 150 is a borderline zone. Do you go beer because it's still nighttime, or do you go coffee because it's early morning? Very early morning. I've gone with the old coffee. I made a call. Mr. Welshman is looking forward to the Lions Slanger. Paddy, Blake, man, how's it going? What time is everybody else watching? I'm a little disconcerted though because my coverage right now says we are standing by to join live coverage as soon as it begins, so don't go too far. Hopefully they're going to get it. Come on, Lions, says White Flame. Martin says, let's go, Lions. Novmum hasn't gone to bed. I didn't go to bed, Novmum. I decided I would not be able to get myself out of bed. If I went to bed, I would not be able to get back up. So I just lay down there. It's a two-seater couch. I'm like 6'4". That wasn't going to keep me asleep for too long, but there you go. Rory's at Murrayfield, so is Naked Ref we saw before, man. I heard it's pumping. Heard it's pumping there at Murrayfield. Mr. Washman says, should have gone with the beer. I went with coffee. I made a call. We can always switch later if needs be. Tim, man. Tim's pumped for the Lions as well. Fishtail says cup of tea. Good to go. Actually, cup of tea was a third option. I never thought about that. That's true. Schlanger reckons I should have gone the beer as well. Maybe I'm just getting old. I wussed out and went for the coffee. 3 o'clock, says Martin. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock where you guys are watching, I guess, in many parts of Europe. Morning, my tea. Got my cup of tea going. Didn't need to be watching live because of the time difference. John, I wasn't going to watch live. I was gonna watch it live. I wasn't gonna do a live stream, but then I thought, oh, what the heck, man. I was speaking to one of the boys online. One of the Welsh guys is saying his mates had all decided to go and watch the football. So I figured, us rugby fellas and ladies need to get out and stick together, watch the Lions. And Japan, oh, there he is. There's Alan. He's the chap I was chatting to. Wales and Ireland versus Japan, says Niall. There's a few other nations represented. We'll see. Paddy also hasn't gone to bed. Martin, indeed. 6'4". The last time I checked, unless I'm shrinking, 194 centimeters, I think. So yeah, I'm a wee bit tall. Too tall for that little couch, but I managed to nod off for a while. Starleo, man, going good. I'm just hoping Sky gets their coverage going soon because it's still not ready. Here we go. We've got a shot of Murrayfield. Happy days. Declan is sitting in a Cardiff pub waiting for the Lions. And then the Euros. It's going to be a big day for you, mate. White Flame, who's going to win? I reckon the Lions, but I don't know if it'll be by as much as everybody thinks, given that it's their first game together. Patrick, man, cheers. What time is it in Pennsylvania? Schlanger says City just went into lockdown. I did not know that. I did read something about a game against France being moved. That must have been it. Niall says Lions by 12. Is Gaza hiding in the Japan jersey on the couch? He's here in spirit, but I think 150 is a bit early for him. Tim's got the Lions by 14. Sam, man, how you doing, brother? Sam hasn't gone to bed. He's in Australia, I'm sure. 11 a.m. in Brazil. Jose, this is actually a nice time for you for once. Usually it's a bad time for you guys in South America. Anthony says, should be an interesting watch. I agree. Ellen made it. Good man. Good man. So did I, Ellen. Just watched the Māori All Blacks of Samoa highlights, but like pretty nasty conditions down in Wellington, to be fair. Jody says, hi from South Africa. Good evening, mate. They're just about to come out. Yeah, my one has still got the guys coming out. I've got Michael Leach on screen coming out. The Japanese guys are in their blue jersey, so their away jersey. There's Lapis Labiskakni. There's Shigeno. So, yep, there's the guys. Does it bother anyone else that Mark lives in the future? That's just the thing about New Zealand, eh? We are living the future. It's a big bed. That's my couch. I've just been having a nap on it. I told my missus I wasn't going to come to bed, and she didn't look disappointed in the slightest. She was kind of like, good, go sleep on the couch, I don't care. There you go. Football's not on for a while. You can watch both. Good man, Shane. Good old Shivers or Shivers. Is it Shivers? I think it's Shivers, isn't it? I always say it's Shivers. Looking forward to the game one on the Tour de France. Fair enough. Travel Minky says kia ora from Brisbane. You guys must be around about midnight in Australia, eh? I think midnight's slightly better than 2 in the morning. James, good evening, man. Japan's in blue, Tim. Yeah, they are. Rodri, I'm actually watching on Sky Sports New Zealand. I said in my video that they weren't going to show it, but they are showing it. I swear to God, I looked, because they announced their schedule 1 week in advance. From last weekend, I checked Saturday, I checked Sunday. I checked Sunday because it's Sunday over here right now. I checked Monday, I checked Tuesday, I checked Wednesday. It wasn't listed. Eventually they listed it. Thank goodness for that. Sam, I went with the coffee. Here comes Alan Wynn. Here they come, boys and girls. We don't get to see this all that often. 10 p.m. in Taiwan, Pohan. That's not too bad, man. I reckon 10 p.m. is all good. Like the Japan kit, says Mr. Washman. Yeah, I think it looks pretty slick. It's growing on me. At least they got a crowd of sorts. I think this is the only game we will get a crowd for the Lions tour. So we need to enjoy this while it lasts. On the beers and the ciggies at home. Goodness me. Looking good in the Japan strip. My boy just asked, why are they called Toshiba? My boy asks funny things about kits sometimes. When I showed him Wales kit, he assumed whales as in blue whale, you know. Oh, those are the whales. Because so many teams are like animals. The sharks, the lions. Oh, the whales. That's an interesting name for a team, Dad. Stalio's got Japan. He's in Japan's corner. I'll be honest, Stalio. I've got $10 on Japan with an 18-point head start. So if Japan lose by 18 points or less, I will make about $7 and get my $10 back. Wouldn't that be happy days? Richard's watching Vietnam. Hope you're going good over there, man. It's good to have a watch along. Patrick says 10 a.m. watching on the Lions YouTube stream. Are they showing it on YouTube? That's awesome, Patrick. 10 a.m. is a good time for you. There's a stream on the British and Irish Lions YouTube channel. I did not know they were showing this one free to air. Can't download the channel for it, even with South Africa, even with VPN. Gareth, the guys have just said try the British and Irish Lions YouTube channel then. YouTube's pretty easy with VPNs. Try that one. Oh, you're 6'4", that's a big bed. Oh, right. I just have a normal queen size bed. Not too big. We're going for the Japanese national anthem at the moment. Pohan supporting Japan. Keeping the regional connection going on. There's Inagaki, they're singing the anthem at the moment. LS's football is on after, but the boys went to the pub, which literally doesn't show rugby, so you're gutted. Yeah, man, that's a bit disappointing, isn't it? What kind of friends are those? Score prediction, Sam. My heart would say it's going to be within 10 points. I don't think Japan will roll over. So, we could say, I don't know what, 25-15 maybe? Or is that a bit of a cop-out? Could be closer. Kakana, mate, I'm going good. I'm going good. Although it is 2 o'clock in the morning. So ask me again in 2 hours. Sky, very slow announcing things. Interesting if they have South Africa Georgia matches. Simon, bro, they better have it. They better have South Africa and Georgia. But yes, they have been slow to announce everything. Well, worried for the test with South Africa. In terms of the games going ahead, they seem to have everything going in the right fashion with the bubbles and whatnot, eh? Thoughts of Marlborough Gold sling. I never did Marlborough Gold. Never did Marlborough. I used to do Dunhill when they were not ridiculously expensive. Then I moved overseas. When I came back, was on cheaper ones, and then I quit. COVID screwed me to go watch the games here in South Africa. Yeah, mate. I know a few guys who had tickets, actually, and now they don't get to see anything. Pretty gutting. But at least the tour is still going ahead, is all I will say. The Welsh Lions must hate the sight of Damien Delende. He's a big unit. He is a big unit. The YouTube stream is streaming, but it's not the game. What? That's a bugger. What's it doing then? Right, if you guys have hit kickoff, I haven't quite hit kickoff yet, so if you could please do me the kindest of favors, if you are ahead of me, which it sounds like you are, please don't drop any game-specific spoilers in the chat, just because some of us may be a wee bit behind you. So yeah, if anything happens, it's interesting, just tell us all to, hey, look up, look out, rather than, hey, Adams just scored in the corner. Because those would be spoilers. That would be kindly appreciated. I have just kicked off, so I'm probably about 40 seconds behind some of you by the sound of things. Lions against Japan, I'm 15 seconds on the clock right about now. I think that was just Murphy carrying it up at a rate of knots, and I expect him to do that for around 40 minutes. 4-year wait is over, says Tim. Absolutely. Ellen says, thank you. Way behind me. Thanks for this, mate. Made my day. All good, man. We need to stick together, even when the Euros are on. Not that I mind the football, but come on, man. Lions. Lions. Appreciate that, brother. I'm a minute in. A minute in. Ian, if you got a VPN, you should be able to get on Channel 4's website. I tested it before the game and it seemed to work. Bigger has just put in a tackle on Fafita. Into touch, or a minute and a half in. James, I'm at 132 right now. They've just had a line out. The Lions have taken it, and Ken Owens is going to be halfback. No, he's not. Murray steps in at the back. Is he going to box kick? No, he's going to give it to Owens, who trucks it up a phase. 47 seconds behind. Right. YouTube adds about 10 seconds to the delay, so that kind of makes sense. By the time I say stuff, it takes about 10 seconds to hit you guys. Novmum's put money on Japan. To win or with a point start? Go Matsushima. He's into touch. He's been playing pretty well over in France, has old Matsushima, but not elusive enough to get out of this one. Minute behind you, Liam. Yeah, it seems to be the way when I'm using this bloody Sky app that I'm always behind. Man, Duhan just got him by the shirt. Watch it on VIP box if you're not. Otherwise, good luck. Yeah, Channel 4's got it on in the UK if you got a VPN. To win by points difference, only $10, $5 for each. There you go. Ferris, it's on Channel 4 in the UK for free. Channel 4, but you need to sign up to their free account, but so you need to be in the UK unless you got VPN. Okay, I am 3 minutes and 5 seconds in. Lions go through some phases. Murray passes the bigger, who puts in a big old kick. And Matsushima's bobbled it, but he's still got it. And he gets well taken by Henshaw. They want to choke tackle him, but they get rid of it. Tentative start. Erica, good to see you. Watching using ExpressVPN on Channel 4. I'm glad it worked, Erica. I do like the old VPN tricks, personally. Another couple of good things for the VPN. You can watch the Pro 14 highlights on Supersport, which are not 3 bloody minutes long. They're at least like 5 or 6 minutes. Premiership content on Twitter. It's all that kind of stuff. VPNs are useful. Early game jitters, Mr. Washman. Yeah, both sides are looking a bit tentative. It looks like Leach just knocked it on. Oh, it's a penalty. Penalty to the Lions. Japan looking very good, Alex. Yeah. Oh, interestingly, the Lions are not opting for points. Tentative start. Both sides look a touch nervous, is my note. Penalty to the Lions, and they opt touch. Really, there we go. Odd to see Japan in blue. I guess Gaza didn't get up. He's not here. Gaza at his place, but I'm assuming he's not awake. Indeed, his wife's probably not as forgiving as in my mum. My wife is much more forgiving. If Japan at least do well today, then this should give some Springbok fans confidence, as Japan has not played for a while either. Yeah, Jonathan, mate. Japan has only played the Sunwolves in essentially like a Japan A versus the Sunwolves game, which is a bit of a head clash for Tyke Furlong. He's got to have some strapping on his head. Yeah, a bit of a warm-up, but that's it. Doing the late one as well, Charlie. You mean the Premiership final? I am going to go to sleep after this one. I'm going to take my daughter from her bedroom, put her in my bed, and I'm going to sleep in her bed. That way I don't have to get up when the kids get up, because I will shut myself in. Right, Lions. First real chance. They're in Japan's 22. Wee bit of pressure. You know who hasn't played a lot, says Kaywood? The Lions. That's true. That's true. They did all play together for their respective teams in the Six Nations, I guess, which is a little kind of bit of test sharpness, but it's not the same as playing in the same team. And oh boy, the Japanese have just won a breakdown penalty. Crazy. Good defense. Amori, hello mate, how's it going? First reaction so far. Both sides, man, I think looking a wee bit nervous. I was a bit surprised to see the Lions maybe not take a pop, but anyway. Imagine the scene if Japan wins. Yes, indeed. Charlie hasn't slept yet. You're a braver man than me. Born for the like button, says Alad. Yeah, we got 100 people here. If you guys haven't liked it, do drop us a like. It helps out immensely. I'm going to write a note. Japan. Big breakdown penalty on defense. And they seem pretty pumped. Who was that? I couldn't see. Fleshen's been stuck in traffic for an hour. I've been stuck on my couch for an hour having a wee nap, mate. So, very different worlds we're living in. I hope you're watching it. 6.5 minutes. And, yeah, still 0-0. Only hung as the greatest suburb on earth. I wish I lived there, man. I wish I still lived there, but I do not anymore. Why don't I put the score up, eh? The Lions are going for this choke tackle. That's twice within the first 6 minutes, and the second one has been successful. Uh-oh, Elwyn Jones is down. Here we go. Score is incoming. It is 0-0. I should probably switch the colour, shouldn't I? We'll switch that to the red of the Lions. There you go. They're the home team. Oh no. Ugh, his wrist is not looking pretty. Gross. Did you see that? Come on, man. No. No. Tell me that's just sprained. Holy smokes. Yuck. Whoa. He's trying to get his hands on the ball. He gets cleaned out by James Moore. Oh. Goodness me. Oh, that looks real bad. Watched the Māori All Blacks last night, Erica, when you clicked up at 2 a.m. Set the alarm for the wake up for this one. You and me are both living on less sleep than we need to be. In Ellen's medical opinion, that is indeed broken. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. Yeah, that was the footage of that. They zoomed right in on it, and that looked disgusting. There's a reason I'm as far from the medical profession as I could get, because that was horrible. I mean, Courtney Laws is no slouch, but bloody hell, that's your captain. Achia Sneyman and Dalenda injured up there from Ireland. Oh, is that from the fire pit? I still remember that one. That was nasty. But Billy also says that's nasty. Yeah, that doesn't look... That one looks serious, eh? Yeah, that'll be so gutting for him if he is out. Bad way for his Lions tour to end if it's only 7 minutes in. Just want to use their physicality to hold the Japanese guys up in the tackle. They keep attempting it. They've just tried another one, and the Japanese guys want to play quick. Poor Squidge's favourite player is injured in the first 7 minutes. It is pretty brutal. Good medical diagnosis from Mark 2 cents. All I know is it was very squeamish. Eight minutes and 40 seconds. What's it? The Lions are just won a turnover. Oh, did I stop for a second? I'm still here. I even plugged in the bloody Ethernet cable today. I didn't use the Wi-Fi. Shouldn't be buffering. Who's injured more? Alan Wynne-Jones went off with his wrist looking in a absolutely bad state. It looked like he couldn't even lift it. Yeah. Both scrums look solid from the first one, as Stalio has just pointed out. Indeed. This time Japan don't take it quickly. They will set for a line out. Alan Wynne-Jones just looks to be out of the tour. He does. Initial looked as bad as it gets, eh? Have I seen the top 14 final? Nah, Bruno, mate. I did see that there was a drop goal from old Colby when I was scrolling through Twitter, which was probably a bad idea if I haven't seen the game. It was floppy, and it's not meant to be floppy. It's pretty much it, CGM. Yeah, it's pretty much it. Oh. Lions have got a penalty on halfway. What was that for? Oh, but they couldn't take quickly because they were in front of the mark. Whew. Love Ken Owens. He's a great player, but he looks like he should be in the pub and work clothes. Him and Franz Malhuba from the Springboks. Franz Malhuba also looks like he should be down at the pub, but he's a proper unit of a man, isn't he? Colby drop goal was insane. If he can do 50 plus meters in a normal stadium, imagine what he can do at altitude. Yeah, that's a good point. Who seems to be most up for this game so far, Mark? I don't know, man. Both sides are playing with an intensity. I don't know that either one's kind of got over the top of it as yet. Lions, once again, are not even thinking about opting for the sticks. That was a long kick from halfway, but they've gone for touch again. I can see some people saying things like boom, so I feel like good things are maybe going to happen here for the Lions. Line out set player, Tipperick. Bundy over the advantage line. He's not tackled. They need quick ball. Tipperick again. Ken Owens, who's not down at the pub. 4 meters out. Jeez, oh, Murray ripped that pass away. Did anybody have Josh Adams as the first try scorer? Because there it is. Josh Adams. There you go. Trying your first game for the Lions. That's pretty bloody good. Yeah, I've only just seen the try. My stream's a wee bit behind in case anybody is in front. Pretty well done. Aileron's up for the Warren ball. Indeed. Oh, we better update the score. I'll wait for the conversion, then I'll update the score. Hopefully got a drink nearby, JD. I do have a coffee with me. And Dan Bigger has slotted it from the sideline. It's 7 points to 0. Josh Adams can stall every game and still get disliked. Fleshing. What is it with him getting stick? Some people just don't like him, eh? Right, I've just had kickoff. Charlotte says, can't believe I'm up. Poor Alwyn Jones looked awful. I am up. It's 2:20 in the morning. And yeah, you are the second medical professional to say that Alwyn Jones looked not the best. It looked horrendous, didn't it? And Elron has that very jumper. Remember the deal every time he does that in a test match. Well, let's hope he makes the starting lineup. There's still some good wingers in that squad who might be pushing him for a place. And Bigger just got the Lions absolutely out of jail there. But they're still under a wee bit of pressure. Murray got charged down. And Bigger was the man to get back in the 22 and kick it for touch. But the Japanese will have a... oh, they've been turned over. For the Lions are going to be brutal at that breakdown with the players they've picked. Yeah, who will I make captain? It's a good question. Who's the captain now? That's a good question. I don't actually know. Chance of Lions go out. They found touch again. The Lions are starting to exert themselves, actually. Can't wait till Jimeno comes off the bench. Yeah, he did have a good season with the Highlanders, mate. He might be a bit knackered because he's only just finished a week ago. There may not be a captain, but there is a sheriff. Is the sheriff the captain? The vice captain? Saw Henderson barking orders. There's a few captains within the side, eh? Tipperick gets nailed in a tackle. Henshaw just got absolutely pushed back in the tackle, which is not an easy thing to do. Japanese defense is ferocious, but you'd have to say the Lions are looking the more dangerous of the two sides so far. But Matsushima's taking a pretty good high ball. Just looking a little bit frantic when they've got ball in hand. Oh, here we go though. Oh, Henshaw with an intercept. The Japanese guys are struggling to build phases. I don't know how many times they've gone 5+, but it ain't many. Oh, look at Big Duhan. Man, maybe my $10 with the Japanese by 18 points is looking a bit under threat. Five phases for the Lions. That's the difference between the sides so far. And Duhan on the wrong wing has just absolutely gone over in a canter. Both wingers on the right wing. All came from the Henshaw intercept, where the Japanese guys were trying the quick handling. Defense of the Japanese 11 for Fita is poor. I wish they had Fukuoka, man. I wish he was there. There was just nobody there for that one. Japan's attack is dangerous, but defense, no. Yeah, their attack's just struggling to hold the ball at the moment. The Lions are really cranking up the pressure, absolutely. Bigger's got another shot from the sideline. Ken Owens is the captain now. Thanks, Connor. That kind of makes sense. And it's 14 points. That's what Tim had it as the final scoreline. The Lions could really blow this one out if they keep scoring at this rate. Japan need to really settle because they are looking a wee bit flustered. Great conversion. Damn Biggest kicking boots are with him today. Josh Adams, I knew he would deliver. I swear that guy's a man for the big occasion, even if he gets stick for whatever reason. I'm trying to see if there's any stats up for this game yet, but I can't see any as just yet. This match is going to finish at 4 AM Cronies. For us in New Zealand, yes, this match is going to finish at 4 o'clock in the morning. Just before sunrise. Right, Japan have actually got the ball around about halfway. And they are finally able to go through a few. Although I noticed the Lions aren't really contesting the breakdown with the ones where they don't seem to have a crack at it. Bloody hell, the pass is loose. And there's nobody at the breakdown for Japan. What the hell were they doing? They just left it alone. Pretty shocking. Second line to walk off. Haven't had it on my one as yet. They are stopping for a wee hydration break. How cold is it in New Zealand at the moment? It's not too bad. A Tipperick looks to be going off as well. Bloody hell, the Welshmen are dropping like flies. What's going on? At least Tipperick doesn't have an obvious injury, although he just got probably whacked in the ribs by Michael Leach when he was being cleaned out. Yeah, probably his ribs by the looks of that. David, if you've got a VPN, Channel 4 in the UK is showing the game. May not have any Welsh boys left. I know, what is going on? It's another Welshman on to replace him and Faletau. It does look like Leach caught him in the ribs, I agree. Japanese guys are still looking pretty rattled. Look up, says David. Oh, man. Why did I put $10 on Japan with an 18-point head start? That money's looking like it's going to be going down the drain if this is the case. Line out move. Henderson takes it. It's maul time. The Sheriff's got it at the back. Murray takes his option. Henshaw, bloody hell, way too easy. And Mr. Welshman says Lions 30 points at halftime. Bro, at this point, it is looking pretty likely. Cheers for that, man. Much appreciated. Line out from the Lions. They maul it. Told to use it. And Murray just chooses Henshaw, who hits it at pace. And he goes straight through Lafayette. Bit of a rout, indeed, man. Japan just need a click, yeah. Novbum can also feel her money just slipping away. That makes it 21 points to 0. My $10 at the TAB is currently going to stay with the TAB. Bill, the British and Irish Lions will not learn anything from this game. Not at this rate. they've had 2 injuries, seemingly, so, yeah. Elron says, remember the first game against the Invitational team in New Zealand? They were lucky to win. This squad looks much better prepared. Yeah, they've been in camp a bit longer, and it seems to be showing, eh? That's why you only bet when you can afford to lose, not mum. Indeed. All of my money in my TAB account is the TAB's money, so I'm just essentially returning what was theirs. They don't send me those free bets anymore. Probably smart of them. If Allen wins Jones, you hope Johnny Gray gets a call up. Who are the other guys in line, apart from Johnny Gray, to potentially get called up? From Ireland, but I'm in New York, so I can't watch the game. Are there any Irish shows playing well? Connor, if you've got VPN, jump on channel 4. Otherwise, yeah, explore your free live streaming options. I'm sure there's something. James Ryan, that's true. James Ryan, of course. He'll have been gutted not to be called in the first place. A year ago, you would have said him and Elman Jones would be the starting combo, or maybe him and Maro. Are the Sunwolves back? Nah, they were just back for that one game. So the Sunwolves are not yet back. Right, here we go. Japan need to get some points on the board, man, to stop this momentum. They got a line out on the line's 22. They overthrow it, and it's not straight anyway. Man, what's going on, Japan? Not going on at all. Pretty shocking. Hope I'm drinking some good quality coffee, Anthony. This is packet mocha coffee. It's nothing too classy. Japan is struggling at set piece. They're struggling across the board at the moment. Their scrambled defense is looking okay, but they've been caught out wide. They've been caught in a one-on-one. I mean, Henshaw's a hard man to stop one-on-one anyway. But yeah. Turnovers conceded thus far is 6. 6-1. With Japan having the 6. It's not a good state of affairs. Philly's got a nice bottle of vodka to keep him going. Sounds better than my cheap coffee. Quick on the scrum whistle. Yeah, I guess it's kind of a warm-up, so the ref wants to keep things moving. Don't know. Jamie Ritchie would be an awesome replacement. Let's hope Tips. It was just his ribs, so hopefully it's just a bit of a knock and nothing too serious. But ribs can take a while to recover, eh? You should use your money on better coffee. Priorities, eh? I don't have time to make a good coffee. I don't have a coffee machine, but I do have 2 children, so I tend to make it as quick as I can. Channel, Josh, it's on channel 4 in the UK and Ireland, if that's a help, for free. Is it raining in Auckland, Paddy? Nah, it's not. And Sheldon, yeah, ribs can indeed take months. I hurt my ribs on a roller coaster once, and they were bloody sore for ages. Absolutely ages. Richard's having some Vietnamese beer watching at 9:30. God, 9:30 sounds so much better than 2:30 in the morning. Liam reckons the Japanese guys aren't able to match the physicality after 2 years with no exposure to it. Yeah, you might be right. But even some of the simple stuff, like some of the handling is just like bad so far. The guys are slow to get to the breakdowns. It doesn't seem that efficient like we're used to seeing from the Jamie Joseph Japanese side. But yeah, maybe the bookies had it right. That pass was flirting with being forward. The Japanese are about to go 5 phases. No, they've grubbed it through. What's going on with rugby pass at the moment, Thomas? One of the boys I was talking to the other day said they're mucking around with their streaming service as well. I don't know. Remember, they're owned by Sky New Zealand now, so I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of got run into the ground. But anyway, we'll see. We are 30 minutes into this game and the Lions are already 21 points to 0 ahead. It's been a bit of a doddle for them so far, to be honest. They haven't had to work exceptionally hard for it, but they are very fired up. The Japanese guys are the ones who look off the pace. But don't let that take you away from the Lions. The Lions have been sharp. Pouring down with rain in Palmerston North. No, it's all good here at the moment, man. I would say sunny, but it's 2 in the morning. Owen's not watching. Your Irish guys are going pretty good. Henshaw and Aki have looked pretty bloody sharp. I'm not sure if it's been your mate Ty Byrne winning into the turnovers yet, but Aki definitely got one. If Japan can hold the score until half-time, it's not the end of the world, it's just an awful start. Jamie Joseph's going to have some pretty sharp words for them at half-time at this rate. I think I should be on the breakdown on Sky Sports. I don't know if I could deal with that. I don't think I'm a loud enough character to get on with the likes of JK. Somehow. I'll stick to my show where I'm the boss. Steve, man, cheers for that. Watching in Australia at a pretty late time, no doubt. Thank you, man. I've just switched to water, seeing as my coffee is gone. Appreciate that, brother. From my understanding, Rugby Pass is trying to move away from streaming and become a data collection agency for rugby. Personally, I think it's a mistake. I was talking to one of the guys about how Rugby Pass is maybe going to move away from streaming a wee while back because they dropped the rights to a bunch of competitions. So I've kind of suspected as much for a while, but they do seem to be pushing their YouTube content pretty hard. Lions scrum, by the way, if you didn't see it before, won a big penalty, so they're definitely on top of that gear game as well. Can the Japanese defense hold them out this time, or is it going to be 4 tries? Conan with a big carry. Bloody hell. Gets over the advantage line way too easily. Falatau. Tyke Burns' pass is a little bit wayward. There goes Big Duhan. 2 men take him down. Loose pass. Back for the penalty. Flesh and I am at 33.45. Old man Willie boy. Cheers, man. Sunny in Devon. Always sunny in Devon, surely. Cheers for that, man. Lions are really going for the jugular. They are not taking any threes. Murray gets it to Duhan. Duhan doesn't make it over the advantage line for the first time in a long time, and the Japanese have won a penalty. God, they needed that. I can't have this game being a blowout. 2 minutes behind us, I know. Sky's coverage sometimes on the app is shocking. Turnovers are a worry, but they're doing great so far. Yeah, the Japanese have won a few on defense, but it's getting them out of jail if nothing else. Kia ora from Mid Wales, 18 degrees and almost 4 p.m. evening here. Shame about Alan. Any updates? Hoping Adams goes. Well, yeah, Tipperick and Alan Wynne-Jones are off, although Alan Wynne's one looked horrendous compared to Tips, which was just seemingly a knock on the ribs, which can seem innocuous, but can take a long time to recover. It's one of the wettest parts of the UK, and Charlotte's part of Devon gets about 170 centimetres of rain every year. Should be wet for the Premiership final later. That's unfortunate, but good for the garden. Many ribs to be exposed here in South Africa, Christo, I am sure. Pretty mild in London, says AY. Right, Tyke Burns had his line-out win. Maul's going nowhere. It's been brought down by the Lions, guys. They better get that ball out of there. And Conor Murray will oblige us. Eventually. I wonder if Alan Wynne-Jones got shoulder nerve injury. I'll leave that to you and Ella, the medical professionals. All I know is it looked horrendous. It made me queasy to even see that, so yeah. Didn't look good. 21 degrees in a mix of sunny and cloudy in Leeds. I don't know what the weather is here. Black. Black. It's not raining. Duhan's going to need to offload more and stop taking so much out of the ball to have a shot at test start. Might be right. Scrum time. Japanese feed. The scrum's been under the pump, but that one is solid as a rock. Matsushima has taken a whole lot of space there. He saw Murray. That looked like a deliberate slap down, to be fair. It's going to be a knock on. He saw Murray shifting wide and just took that space. The Japanese guys aren't happy because they think he slapped it out of his hands. Going to be watching the Premiership final. I'm going to be heading to bed. I'm going to go to bed straight after this game, I think. Thoughts on Owen Farrell's form? I haven't seen Owen Farrell play since the Six Nations. I know he's been playing down in the old championship, and wasn't he the top point scorer, so he can't have been doing too bad. Okay. Not a deliberate slap down. He's hit the arm of the player is what they're apparently referring for. I can't believe they stopped things for that, but there you go. Farrell's shoulder has good form. It's a fine shoulder, isn't it? Beginning to feel it yet. The eyes are a wee bit heavy, but mostly when they stop the game for such a long period. Makes up for his lack of arms. Right, we've got a scrum with the Japanese having a feed. We're going to reset it. Russell or Bigger to start against South Africa? I think it'll be Bigger, but Russell will have some time to impress. I just think Bigger's already got the he's already got the buy-in from Warren. Come on, Japan, get some points on the board, make it a game. You're 21-0 down. We've got 20 seconds till halftime. You can't go into the sheds nilled. Come on, get some points. Murphy, we haven't seen him carrying the ball bugger all. Conan didn't have a clear release there. Looks like he's been pinged. It was either him or one of his assist tacklers. He did look to be off his feet at the breakdown. Tamura. What do they do here? Do they take the 3? Personally, I think Russell would be a bigger challenge for the box. You might be right. He's a live wire. Nobody knows what he's going to do. But does Warren want a 10 who maybe not going to follow the game plan? I don't know. Elran says for some decent coffee beans. Oh, cheers, man. Thank you for that. I'll have to get some decent coffee beans. The key part is the time to make a decent coffee. But, yeah. I was always decent at using the coffee machine at work, back when I used to go to work. And it's the milk that I struggled with to froth up the milk, interestingly enough. But cheers all around, man. Hope you're enjoying the game at what must be close to 1 o'clock in the morning for you. Is that a pint of vodka? It is surely not. Come on, Japan. Get a try, for goodness sake. Matsushima. He's going to get turned over. He's going to get turned over. No, they've still managed to keep a hold of it. Just barely. It's messy. They're under a ton of pressure at the breakdown. And Laws has got it. That big tattooed arm. Not illegally. Oh, Western Australia, Alaran, of course. 11 PM, even better time. I forget that Australia has more than one time zone. Joel says, how do you think Wales will do on tour? I don't know, man. Pivak's doing a good job. What can I say? I back him to get the most out of the boys. I reckon they'll do swimmingly. Who have Wales got? Is it just... I'm trying to think of the fixtures list. Is it just the 2 games against Argentina? Haven't they got one more? But either way, cheers, Joel. Appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Oh, Japan is unable to get anything on the board. It is halftime. It is halftime. Canada, that's right. Australia is a bit bigger than most, Elron, especially bigger than New Zealand. That's why Ellen subbed. Trivia. My coffee doesn't come with any trivia. Trivia. What do we want for trivia? My son's school newsletter. Trivia. Can I think of any trivia off the top of my head? Let me think about it for a second. Josh says Wales played Canada and Argentina twice. Right, I remember the 2 games against Argentina. Not the one against Canada. I think Wales will do well, like I said earlier. I can't see them struggling, although I know Argentina will be a tough opponent. I mean, they beat the All Blacks last year. But I think Pivac at home, he'll have things going pretty solid. I'm just going to mute this because they're showing ancient Super Rugby highlights. No, that's not worked. Let's try that again. There we go. That's worked. But yeah, cheers, Joel. How do you reckon they're going to go? Are you guys nervous with all the chunk of you guys with the Lions, or do you think it's gonna go swimmingly? Ooh, I think I can hear one of my children. Maybe my daughter. Right, I want to see the stats. Stats at halftime. Interestingly, run meters is 149 to 156. But if you think about it, the British and Irish Lions have been able to make their way upfield largely through penalties. What do we got? Clean breaks, 3-1. That's in the Lions' favour. Turnovers conceded is 4-8. With Japan having double, which is a wee bit disconcerting. Kicks in play is 21-9. So the British and Irish Lions kicking game is likewise causing all kinds of havoc. And the Japanese line-out is at 71% compared to 100% for the Lions. So likewise, not all that pretty. Penalties conceded is 5-8. Simon, is that a picture of Wuhan below the aircon? It is. It is a picture of Wuhan below the aircon. Where we got it? Where's the camera? I can't reach it. That little thingy there, that's the Yellow Crane Tower. You still live there. So there you go. It's the home away from home, and it's the home of COVID. Didn't have COVID when I used to live there. Do we have any trivia? What's a good trivia question? Careful with that one, a hot topic, I know, right? Have I mentioned ever? I think I have mentioned it. Which former All Blacks hooker lived on my street when I was growing up in suburban Onehunga and was constantly pestered by my father? I think I've mentioned it on live streams before. Anyone with a good memory might remember. So Ian McGeekin's on TV. The older he gets, the more Scottish he sounds. I love it. I can't see any of the halftime stuff. So if there's any stuff that happens that they announce at halftime on the Channel 4, do let me know. Because I'm watching Tony Brown back when he was a player. Mealamu, it was not Mealamu. It was not. It was not Anton Oliver. If you think about it, we're in Auckland, so it's got to be someone who played for an Auckland side. Not Sean Fitzpatrick, no. I'm sure he stayed in a much more well-to-do neighbourhood. Suspected dislocated shoulder for Alan Wynne-Jones according to the chat. Is that right? The All Blacks must pale in comparison to the mighty Gaza. Sadly, it looks like I was right about Alan Wynne-Jones' shoulder injury in Warburton. Warren is about peripheral nerve injury, floppy wrist. Goodness me. That is not pleasant. Not pleasant at all. I'll give you a clue with this hooker. He only played for New Zealand, I think. Let me just check Google. Yeah, he played for New Zealand 5 times. So he's not a very well-known All Black. He was a hooker though. Watching replays of the match so far on Stan, I assume it's what's on the world feed. Blake, yeah, I've just got literally the Highlanders Chiefs from, I don't know, whenever Tony Brown was a player. Can't be Gatland, he's a Hamilton boy. Nobody's got it thus far. Yeah, he's a Blues player. What's the question? Which former All Black and Blues hooker lived on my street growing up and used to get hassled by my dad all the time until he moved? He moved to Northland, if that's a clue. James Parsons, not James Parsons. Joel says, most underrated player for me has to be Michael Owen. Why does it I think of the English footballer when you say Michael Owen? Michael Owen, loose forward, I think. Testing my memory with that one. But cheers, Joel. I think Joel must be enjoying this game. Apart from the Welsh injuries, man. But cheers. Appreciate that. I will treat myself to an Oreo in celebration. Thank you, brother. Did he move because of my dad? Probably. He moved because of a neck injury, I would say. Murray Wills, never heard of him. God, I'm sure he played for the All Blacks. This is a tough bit of trivia, this. Let's have a look. Australian born. Played for the Blues. Played for New Zealand 5 times. Was then a coach. Played hooker. He's born in Hobart, there you go. Retired due to a neck injury. Not to Malmonch. Hooker McHookface. It's close. Pretty close. Michael Owen was the Liverpool and England striker. Yeah, that's the one I think of. Ah, Dr. Zoidberg's got it. Whoop, 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 whoop. There you go. Dr. Zoidberg has got it. Darren Whitcomb. Legend. Novmum's got it as well. Darren Whitcomb. Blues and All Blacks legend, Darren Whitcomb. Used to live on our street. Literally lived down the road about 10 houses down. And you better believe if he was out in the front yard, Gazza was talking to him. Absolutely. Never heard of him. I'm not surprised. He was like second fiddle to Kevin Mialamu his whole career. Well done, Dr. Zoidberg. Well done, indeed. Oh. Craig's never heard of him either. Yep. That was a tough one. That was a tough bit of trivia. I think one of the other Auckland guys lived with him, but I can't remember who it was. A restraining order for Gazza, yeah, maybe. Holy moly, they're showing the Cats up against the Crusaders from the 90s, and Rusty Erasmus is playing. Wow, that's a blast from the past. And the Cats are leading 27-9. Bloody hell. What a game. What was Whitcomb's local side? I'm not even sure. I know he went to coach Northland after he finished his playing career. But yeah, Gaz is the kind of guy not shy to go and say hello. Favorite person in Futurama? Who's my favorite person? Who's that starship captain who's a real doofus? He's like tries to be suave, but he's actually a real loser. That guy's pretty funny. Let's have a look at the individual stats. Duan van der Merwe's got 61 run meters. Matsushima's got 54 for the Japanese. Those are your top guys. James Moore, the Aussie guy, has made 11 tackles. Inagaki, the prop, has made 12. That guy's a unit, man, honestly. Top Lions tackler so far appears to be Henshaw with 8, Murray with 8, Furlong's made 7. Zap Brannigan, that's it. The Zapper. He's quite funny. The Zapper. Yeah, he's so bad, he's funny. He is very, very funny. Hey, it's back to coverage of the Lions game. Coverage of 1990 Super Rugby is over. So we prepare for a second half. Ellen's just ordered some takeaways. Good man. I want to see if the Japanese can save my $10. At 21-0, my $10 is going to be gone. If the Japanese can get some points on the board, maybe not. Champagne, that's right. Old Zappa tries to be cultured, but he's got no idea. Oh, Bender, actually. Simon, God, how did I forget Bender? Yeah, Bender is probably my favorite. Yeah, Bender. Everybody's got to love Bender. Yeah, El's just ordered some Hawaiian pizza. We know it's true. I'm going to have another Oreo, people. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. My stomach is starting to feel hungry. El's just ordered takeaways. Oh, man. The Lions are lucky that was called back. High tackle from the Japanese guys. Tigers Burns' pass was a wee bit loose. Anybody tried tuna on a pizza? I can't say that I have. 5 in the afternoon in South Africa. I envy you, man. 3 o'clock in the bloody morning. Another Lions line out. This could be trouble for Japan, man. My $10 is looking even further and further down the drain. That's why you don't gamble, folks. Best player from every Lions national team. Bloody hell. That's a video topic in its own. And a debate stirrer. Only crazy Kiwis up at this hour. Yeah, usually I'm the one who's watching a stream at like 9 o'clock at night and people are telling me they're in the States and it's some stupid o'clock, but this time it's you, me, Nov Mum, and a few others. Liam Williams, he hasn't had many carries, and maybe it's a good thing because he just knocked it on. One of the Lions guys is down again. Yeah, Williams is down. He looks dizzy. He took a knock. Maybe that's why he knocked the ball on. Up the Mighty Blues. Nice food takeaways is also up at stupid o'clock. Honestly, this isn't too bad. I prefer 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. I don't know if I can agree with that style there. 4 a.m. I would have gone to bed. Oh, he's been caught by arm to the face. Wonder if they'll have a look at that. Oof. His head definitely recoils. You've got a tenner on the line, 3-0 series win. Is that right, Flesh? Well, maybe they're looking the business at the moment. Oh, they're going to put some cotton wool up his nose. Morning on the west coast of Canada. We're just about to have the 3 hottest days in history here. Well, at least you've got a Canadian team in the Stanley Cup final, although as an expat South African, I'm not sure you'd be too fussed. Plus West Coast, that's not Montreal. You must be a Canucks territory. Was a joke bet. Elliot, I just read your message. I feel like telling the chat about that, but we'll keep it between us. Right, Japan is running it out their own 22. When are we going to see some replacements from them? Because remember, they've got... Oh, the Lions have won another penalty. It's brutal. The Japanese can't get any phases. Who was that? Was that Aki again? Enjoy rugby and soccer much more. Yeah, fair enough. No regrets. No regrets. You can't keep it a secret. He ordered 2 pizzas by mistake and he's just going to keep them. I wouldn't cancel. Keep one for later. Eat both. Whatever works. 2 pizzas. I could easily down 2 pizzas. I've already had 2 Oreos. I only bought this packet of Oreos today and look how many's gone. That's not going to be a try. It's going to be a knock-on. Conan, he knew he hadn't scored. He's smiling, but I guess 21-0 you can smile. Channel 4's half a minute behind me now? Not a chance. Surely not. Problem with hockey is the refs and the league management don't call the rule book like every other sport. That's true. They do. I mean, I guess that could be a bit like rugby. Some refs seem to interpret the game a bit different, but maybe rugby's getting a bit more standardized now. But in ice hockey, they genuinely seem to just have totally different interpretations of the rules and nobody cares. Are the Lions on fire or Japan having a bad day, Hano? I think it's a bit of both. The Lions guys have come out sharp, and Japan have just struggled at the breakdown. They've struggled with their handling. They've struggled at set piece. Like, they're just struggling. Oh, God. We'll go for a TMO. Come on. Yeah, Liam Williams knocked it on. Are we seriously going back for that? Japan have been good at defending the maul at least. Well, they might have to do it again here. Because the Lions have got another 5-meter line out. Laws takes it in the line out. The maul is solid. The maul's going nowhere. They must have practiced that part of their game. Murray, Furlong. Here's trouble. Back to the blind side. Laws. Oh, man, you can't be getting over from there. You can't be getting over from there. That was too easy. But yeah, there's questions over the handling. Has he spilled it or nah? Oh, what? He's lost it. Absolutely brutal. Knock on 100%. Indeed. That's a poor finish, man. He should have had that all day. He was just him in the line. How did he drop that? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Blame it on the wind. Yeah, there must have been a bloody strong gust of wind that popped it through there. Oh well, my $10 is still looking within a penalty of coming true. Courtney Laws, after like one phase after a maul, they went blindside. Laws punched over way too easy. Like he went through like 3 guys, but then he just dropped it over the line. He was literally over the line, had to place it, and then just dropped it. Well, and he's a penalty, Elliot. Exactly right, but to be honest, the way things are going, I'm going to have another biscuit. I think I should have gone for like a 30-odd point start. I don't know what the territory stats are in the second half, but I would imagine it's pretty lopsided. I can't imagine the Japanese have had much ball in the Lions territory. It's been pretty much defend. Mr. Washman says, look up. What is going on? Murray. There's the man Josh Adams. He hasn't had a carry for a while. Sutherland. Back to Murray. Laws. They're going through some phases. Man, Japan hasn't been at the races, eh? Big Duhan, he wants a carry. He's in and off his wing as well. Liam Williams looks ridiculous with those things up his nose, but he's still playing. Laws again. How many phases is this? They haven't got the phase counter up there. Holy smokes, Tyburn with the hammer down. Unbelievable. Bro, look at that. My $10 is gone, burger. Absolutely gone, burger. Look how pumped Tyburn is to score that try. Another guy who scores on his debut. He is absolutely pumped. That pass was just threading the needle, wasn't it? Yeah, bigger with that pass. $28-0. Man. The Lions are on fire. $28-0. This game feels like an omen for the Box. You're getting really nervous. Still just one game. Japan, as good as the Lions have been, Japan haven't been at the races, so I can't imagine the Box will be that soft. But Thomas is right. The Lions are looking sharp. Japan is going to make some subs. Murphy doesn't make more than 50 minutes. He's off. Koo is off. Koo is looking pretty knackered there. Man, Japan just needs some ball. They need to go through some phases, but they're not getting a chance. They either knock it on or the Lions just turn them over. Don't underestimate the Box. Exactly. The Box have got games against Georgia. We'll kind of see where they're at. And the Box guys have played together. They've picked a pretty familiar squad, so there's going to be a bit of kind of pre-built chemistry already there. Don't forget the Box pumped Japan in the last two games as well. Yeah, that's true. The game before the World Cup, the Box beat them pretty convincingly, and then the quarterfinal pretty convincingly. Tyburn's passing has left a little bit to be desired today. Yamanaka with a chip and chase. He's not got the gas. The Lions guys are trying to take each other out. Williams and bigger. Are you serious, guys? Bro, one of you call it. Blake should have had something at halftime. You're starving. That's why you need the Oreos, man. That's literally why I bought Oreos. I never buy biscuits. But I knew I was getting up at stupid o'clock, so yeah. Oh yeah, the Lions have replaced their props. If you stay up late, you definitely need a fourth meal. You need something. You need something to get that gas back in the tank. This is true. Come on, Japan. Get within 18 points. Not looking likely. Lions clearly going to expose us out wide. And a few games to figure out the backup defense to deal with it. Trust the boys to learn the system well enough. Yes. The Lions will undoubtedly try and work the space instead of trying to go through the Bok pack. Right, Japan. I think they're about to hit 5 phases in the Lions half. No, they're not, because it's a turnover, and holy smokes, Tyke Byrne absolutely hoofs it long. Matsushima needs to get them out of dodge, and he kicks it long as well. What a pass that was, though. Not a pass, kick. We'll be doing the Bok versus Georgia games. I'll have to check what time they're on and if the broadcaster is showing them. But I would say it's likely. Quite likely. I haven't seen the Boks play in too long. Fafita has not quite had the game we hoped, has he? Lions proving a little too much for Japan at the moment. Sammy, yeah, man, they're all over them. Absolutely making them look second rate, aren't they? Doing All Blacks versus Tonga next week, Big T? Probably. Yeah, I think I probably will. Is it on at 7 o'clock? Oh, Craig Miller's on, former Highlander for Inagaki. Inagaki's had a decent shift. Another Lions line-out win. The area of the game's been solid. Lions will aim to win the breakdown, says Hano. Yes. You look at that Lions squad, it's full of fetchers, man. It's absolutely full of fetchers. So they will be a big threat. And they've shown it in this game. Japan just can't go through phases because they just keep getting turned over. They're not predicting their ball at all. Where's the Jersey shrine gone? It's just over there. It's off picture. On the full, that one. First real mistake of the game from him. What do you think of the new United Rugby Championship? Jamie Roberts said in an interview he thinks it will lead to the Boks joining the Six Nations. I mean, it could. To be honest, I think the current setup is going to be the best of both worlds for the Boks. They will have their guys playing in Europe for their domestic comp, which for time zones works a lot better. But they still get to play the All Blacks regularly, which I think works as well. I hope they don't go to the Six Nations. Money-wise, they may want to. But yeah, they've locked into the Rugby Championship for at least a couple more years, so it won't be happening in the short term. Farrell is on in the midfield, indeed. Jamie George is on as well. South Africa, Georgia will probably be on at 6 a.m. Saturday, New Zealand. 6 a.m. My boy's got rugby on Saturday morning, so I'll have to wait and see. His game usually starts at 8:30, but you got to be there by 8. And it's an away game next week. Oh, Matsushima's got clattered. Hannah, it looks like Farrell is at 12 because they took Aki off, I believe. The Japan guys have still got the ball, but they are going backwards. Come on, Japan, do something. Oh, that's a 4 pass, surely. They've gone 8 phases. This must be their biggest period of phases this whole game. 9 phases. Oh, man, absolutely slammed. And then they've lost the ball in the 10th phase. Liam Williams is going to chip and chase. Oh, he's knocked it on. Yeah, I can't see Japan scoring, to be honest, at this rate. I don't see Japan getting any points. Not if they're going to play like this. I know the commentator's getting a bit bored when he's talking about Ivalu's residency. At least Himeno had a nice carry. Right, last Oreo, there we go. I think Japan have had more ball in the last 3 minutes than they have this whole second half. Lions' defense is still look pretty comfortable, but maybe a little bit of go forward ball there. What are they going to do here? You can't go for the 3. No point. Tamura kicks for touch. Line out, 5 meters out. Come on, Japan. Win your own line out ball. You can do it. You can do it. Himeno's got it. Oh, he's close. I think Himeno's gone over. Thank God for that. They're not nilled. Oh, man. Of all the players, it had to be Himeno. At last. Absolutely right. Maybe my $10 has got a chance. Himeno continues on a Super Rugby 4. Maybe. He was in really good form, eh, Charlotte? So that's a bit of good news. And thank God they're just not getting nilled. I don't want to see anybody get nilled. Himeno, hell yes, says Shonik. Yep. Everybody loves Himeno, big ball carrying. And I think the fact that he's Japanese born has people maybe a little more fond of him than, say, I don't know, like Michael Leach or Alex Murphy or someone like that. Proper unit of a player. Come on, Tamura, you got to get this one. My $10 needs you to keep it close. He's got it. 28 points to 7. Hamura always seems to have such an excited smile. He genuinely seems to be enjoying himself, eh? Decent from Japan, 21-point loss wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, still 20 minutes to go, so they could still ship a few more points, but at least in the last kind of 5-10 minutes, they had some ball, which tends to help if you want to score points. Good role model for the next generation out there in Japan. Absolutely. They aren't getting bageled. I've never heard that saying. Eureka bageled. That makes sense. Sounds like Brian Habana's got on the commentary scene. About time now Japan needs to get it together. God, yeah, please. Get within 18 points and I'll win $7 and not lose 10. Can we just agree it is Farrell's fault? Am I watching the Premiership final next? Double T. I am going to go to bed. It's like 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to sleep. It's going to be great. Got to deal with my wife. She's going to mind the kids in the morning. So I'm going to take my daughter out of her bed, put her in my bed. So then she wakes up, asks my wife to get her dressed and get breakfast and everything. I'm going to go to my daughter's room and sleep. I think it's unicorn sheets. So, yep. It's going to be great. Unicorn sheets for the best sleep. Honestly, I would rate Japan's chances against an Ireland team without Lions star Leo. The fact that they've got this game under their belt will hopefully help them because they'll have identified a few areas of weakness. And they've certainly sharpened up in the last kind of 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Look like a bit of a seatbelt maybe from Henshaw there, but they haven't been too strict on things this game, so hopefully nothing doing there. Mr. Welshman says, refresh the Oreo stocks. I shall. If I need to, for any more late night games. Like I said, I don't usually buy the things, eh? But I figured I would need something to chow down on. Late at night. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. What's happening? Why are they going for 3? Did I get from the warehouse Novmum? No, I got them from Countdown, but they were also $1 at Countdown. $1 Oreos. This is all Farrell's fault. I need this penalty. It's a strange one. It seems like Tamura didn't want the penalty. But the ref said somebody called for the penalty, or maybe someone brought the tee on so you can't take it back. But if this kick goes over, it means I'm within my points margin by the slimmest of margins. So there you go. What time was on the clock? I'm at 64:36. Oh, he's missed it. Missed it. They did hear about my 18-point bet. But with this much time to go, that would have been better off going for the corner. The tee was brought on. Okay, thank you for that. I didn't hear what the commentator said. Porrick, man, how's it going? 65 minutes in. 28 points to 7. Is it just me, or have the Lions not had any ball for ages? Maybe this will be an interesting little test for them. Maybe Warren has said, hey guys, let them have some ball for a while and see how our defense is looking. It's certainly looking like more of a game now, because it was looking just lopsided for the first 50. Well, this new halfback for Japan's also added a bit of zip, I think. He seems to be getting to the breakdown a lot quicker than Shigeno was. Then those cleaners are getting there to stop those Lions guys turning it over. They got advantage, Japan. Japan looking a bit fitter, maybe. Thought the Lions would run away with it, put half a century on Japan. It was looking likely at one point, man. It was looking likely. But yeah, they've actually come alive since about the 50th minute. Ellerman Jones in the stand looks okay. Really? Where? I want to see him waving his hand and it not being bloody floppy. So it seems deliberate to defend more. I honestly think that might be a tactic, funnily enough. I haven't seen Ellerman Jones on TV. Oh, there he is. I want to see him move his other hand. He hasn't moved his floppy hand at all. Oh, yeah? Okay, now he flexed it a little bit. Maybe he's okay. He's just having a chat. Oh, God, I hope so. No flopping. There we go. Maybe it's just a stinger, Erica. You might be right. Maybe it's had a dead arm. Is that a thing? Charlotte or Allard? Can you get a stinger that makes your arm go floppy? Japan really are going for the threes. What the hell? They have heard about my bet. Why would you do this? Ooh, 28-10. Can the game just finish now? $28-10. Elwyn Jones is the man of steel. Yeah, so far $17. Come on, Japan. 12 minutes. 11 minutes. I need you guys to hang on to the scoreline. Potentially score some more points for me. Make it a game of it. Why are they going for threes? I don't know, Ajax. That's actually quite bizarre. I wouldn't have thought that's quite sensible, but the current scoreline is favourable to me. Oh, the Japanese guys have knocked it on after having a wee run there. Watson's on and had his first carry. Laws offloading Price. George. Oh, the Lions guys have knocked it on. Now it's just they're playing Super Rugby apparently. Not sure how long the nerve damage would last, but it looked like his shoulder was forced down, stretched some nerves coming from the spine and the brachial plexus. Okay. Okay. Sounds bad, but his arm was moving. I am a long way behind Robert. Yeah, it's Sky's online app. It's just slow as. What's my bet? My bet was $10 on Japan with an 18-point head start. So if Japan lose by 18 points or less, then my bet is a winner. Currently the gap is 18 points. So at the moment, if the game ended at 28-0, I would be $7 richer. If the Lions score again, any points, then I'll be $10 poorer. May not be bad, could be just like a funny stinger. Goodness, I hope so. Nonsensical go for 3-pointers is Chris Robshaw on the Japan coaching team. Yeah, how many 3-pointers do they think they're going to get? I don't know if it's a face-saving thing or what, but it's bizarre. Why are the Lions going to 14 men? Is this another deliberate one? Maybe it's just good practice. Oh, Japan's won a scrum penalty. Craig Miller, the former Highlander, is pretty pumped. Could be a face thing. Yeah, that was my thought as well, Simon. The new Japanese scrum half, Gareth Yeaman, I reckon he's added some real zip to the game as well. They've looked great since then. Was it Conan that went off? Duhan most defensively out of position. Yeah, they have had a wee bit of payout on that right wing. Oh, the Japanese hands are actually a lot better now. They were dropping those passes in the first half, weren't they? That was beautiful. Didn't get them a heck of a lot of territory, but... Oh, here's trouble. Surely somebody knocked it on there. That scrum penalty almost looked deliberate too. Yeah, the game's taken a weird turn. It honestly feels like the Lions have gone from point scoring mode to, I don't know, trying to play some defense. And then the Japanese passes are also sticking. The Lions purposely putting themselves at a disadvantage. It seems that way. But Jimenez's handling is honestly sick. It's unbelievable. They're on the next plane to South Africa. Yeah. Japan playing so much more fluidly. Yeah, that's exactly right, Charlotte. In the first half, they couldn't buy 5 phases and their passes were just not sticking, although they've just thrown it into touch, so they've lost a bit of fluidity there as well. That man, is it Tatafu? He's a big old unit, isn't he? Far out. He just gave bigger. The big don't argue. Stalio New Japan will be better in the second half. I wasn't convinced in the first 10 minutes, man. From 40 to 50, I was like, these guys are not going to get a point on the board. But yeah, they've turned it up, and the Lions have kind of backed off, eased off, or maybe it's just leveled up. It's hard to say. I don't know. Come on, Japan! One more score. Make my $10 a wee bit safer. Oh, it's a set play to Matsushima. He's taken by Bigger. Craig Miller's had a pretty decent game for Japan. Here we go. Fafita runs back in field. He's just short. Jimeno wants a double. He's held up, surely. Man. 73 minutes and 49 seconds is where I'm at, folks. Must have been rust from Japan in the first half. It's a weird one, Blake, though, because they're the one who's played the warm-up game, not the Lions. Don't know. I think British and Irish Lions are deliberately playing more without the ball. They kicked away possession a lot more in the second half, Simon. Yeah. It does kind of feel like a big turnaround, allowing Japan in. White Lions only have 7 in the scrum. They're playing with 14 at the moment. Since Conan went off, they didn't have anybody to replace him. Ironic for Japan to be blooming late in the game. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Gonna reset this one. Steve says coffee time. Probably is coffee time for you if you're trying to stay up. I'm gonna be going to bed after this one, so I'm gonna stick to the water for now. But cheers, man. It's been a good one. It's been a good watch. Appreciate that, mate. I'd just like the Japanese to get one more score to secure the $7 profit from the TAB. Call me selfish. It's a bit disjointed. Novmum's going to go. All right, no, Novmum. I will be not too far away myself. They're going to throw it to the backs. Cross kick. Watson reads it and forces it. You got to be pretty sharp to get by Anthony Watson. Back for an advantage. I think this is good for the Lions, eh? This has been a good hit out, apart from the potential injuries. Let's fingers crossed that Alan Wynne-Jones is all good and that Justin Tipurick's all good. But they've had a good chance to chuck the ball around in the first half. They've had a good period of defence in the second. Alan says, thanks for this. No, man, it's been great. I honestly wasn't planning on doing it, but I think it's proved to be a good decision because it's sometimes not that easy to watch a game on your own at 2 in the morning. But, no, this has been good. Top Bloke's been a good second half. Yeah, no, it has been a good second half. Real star of the game was the Japanese replacement scrum half. He has honestly added some proper pace to the Japanese attack. They were just... like, sometimes the ball was just stuck at the... oh, God, they've just knocked it on. Stuck at the bottom of the breakdown in the first half, and nobody would get there. The Lions would just pinch it. And yeah, $7 is the big bucks, Allard. I got to get that $7 profit. More importantly is I don't want to be the $10 down, to be fair. Look up, says Allard. Oh no, this doesn't bode well for my $10. Appreciate the stream, AY. Nah, man, happy to do it. Like I said, it's easier for me to stay awake and justify eating Oreos at this time of day, night, when there's 100 odd of you guys here. Small bets do make these games more fun. Simon, I couldn't handle bigger bets, to be honest. I can't do proper gambling. I can only do small ball gambling, but yeah, it has added. I'm not a big one on gambling, but the small bets do add that little bit of spice to the game. But I would never waste money I don't have on gambling. I'm too risk averse. That Matsushima for my $7. Come on, he slips over. No, the turf for Edinburgh's against me. Come on, you guys can do it. I mean, look up at the roaches. Interestingly, Allard, I haven't had cockroaches for weeks, and today I found two big buggers. Two giant ones in my house. The name of the Japanese reserve knight, I think it's Saito. I can't remember his first name. I could be mistaken though. I think he must be like the fourth choice, because it's usually... it was Tanaka and Shigeno. And then I think Saito's the third or fourth guy. And there's another one I'm missing. Too early in the morning. Come on, 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Oh, that's pass as a shocker. He's been having a good half, but that was a stinker. Straight into the dirt. Allard's off to watch the football. I'll be off to bed shortly. Oh, the Lions have won a penalty. What do? They just kick it out? Or do they keep playing? Surely you don't keep playing. Just kick it out, guys. Just kick it out. You guys don't want to risk any injuries. No, they're going to go for it. Don't do it. You don't need to win by the game by any more, guys. Fair weather rugby fan Keith, man. About to head out to pick up the kiddo from grandma's. Not seeing the game being shown anywhere locally. Have to check it out later. It's been an interesting head out, man. Drive safe when you go. The clock is in the red at the moment. I'm kind of hoping the Lions don't score here. I hope it remains 18 points. The bet is still not safe at all, Steve. It's looking very dangerous. Gareth's off for dinner. Alright, man. Have a good meal. You guys sound like you finished the game. I'm still at 80 minutes and 40 seconds. The Lions have got the ball in the Japanese half. They're having a spin. Japanese hookers played the full 80. Is that right? Ball was out. Japan's turned it over. They're going to have a crack. There is that Japanese hooker that you mentioned. He has played the full 80. Advantage off feet. Charlotte's off to do some lamb. My bet's safe. I hope so. It was looking very risky. Enjoy my $7. So it sounds like good news for my bet. Oh, it's in touch. By 18 points. It's exactly the margin I needed. Well, like I said, I think that's a good hit out. I think both sides will get something from that, to be fair. Thanks for the stream, Liam. All good. All good. Yeah, all good. Erica, cheers, David. They'll be a bit disappointed with that second half. Maybe the Lions, or maybe it was a good test for them. The 18.5 saved me. I know, just barely. Thank God they took that 3. Thank goodness they took the 3. Alright, yes. Cheers, guys. Thomas, Lewis, Sammy, AY. Always take care of yourselves. I'm going to get ready to move my daughter to her new bed, and I will wrap myself up in some unicorn sheets and have a good kip. So, yeah, you guys all take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you guys again for another one. So, take care. Bye-bye.